So, out of all the Telltale games they announced, Tales from the Borderlands was definitely the one I was the most worried about because Telltale has literally made a name for themselves doing very dramatic, very emotional, super narrative-driven adventure games as of late. And they're going back to comedy, and they're doing Borderlands, which... It's weird to see them cover another game property. Like, even Sam and Max started as a comic and a TV show, you know? Like... But this might be my favorite out of the new Telltale.
You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful, though. It might be your favorite because it's the last one we played.
No, for, like, I really liked the humor. I really liked, one of my big issues with Game of Thrones was really my only issue with it, because it was also fucking fantastic and a brilliant adaptation of the show, but because it's based off of a show with real people, the character models look a little rough, the animation, and that we talked about earlier, the weird graphical effect with their watercolor filter. This looks like Borderlands, and honestly, I think this is my favorite version of the Borderlands universe. I mean, the animation could be better, but like, because you're not having to design these giant environments, they make everything look so much cooler. Like the vault at the end, that looks fucking awesome. When like the Atlas vault opened up, like the light beam went in and looked up, like that's one of the cooler effects. So, I mean, what did you guys think?
I mean, I kind of the opposite reaction, because when this was announced, like, I don't love The Walking Dead, I don't read Game of Thrones, I don't know what Fables is. So this was the one that I had the biggest stake in, and then it was like, it's literally been like a couple weeks since I soured on Borderlands. And even then, like, I didn't really sour on it, I'm playing it up for comedy for the most part.
I'm pretty angry there.
I do feel like they're missing out on a lot, and what they put there wasn't as well utilized as it could have been.
Wait,
and this feels like, I mean, it's exactly what it's the proper utilization of that world. So, yeah, I like it. I kind of don't want to stream the next one, because the part of me wants to play it myself, but I'm poor, so I'll probably stream it anyways with you guys.
Alex, I mean, you're the out of the two giant Borderlands fans here, you're the one that still loves all of the games, so...
Having not played the pre-sequel, I don't know what they have added to the story, I don't know where it has gone since. And I don't know if this has congruently had any sort of effect on Tales of the Borderlands story, whether it be referential or anything. But much in the boat of you two, when I first heard this was announced, this was the biggest stake that I've had so far. Because, yes, The Walking Dead conceptually is cool. I don't like The Walking Dead. I think the show is overrated.
I love the comic, but the show is yeah. It's a show where every season they say the last season was fucking terrible, but this season is so good, and but every season, so how does that work?
Yeah. Game of Thrones doesn't appeal to me because, like you said, it's political stuff disguised as, like, this big gory fight, and that's not something that...
It's not disguised as a big gory fight. It's political stuff. It's just when there's violence, it's fucking brutal like it is in real life.
I did really like Wolf Among Us, but... I mean, I had no affinity for Fables. I like the most of the world, I didn't really know it was a thing. And I assumed that Wolf Among Us was its own entity. But this is exactly what you'd expect. At this point, you trust Telltale to tell a good stories. You trust Telltale to put in the detail. You trust Telltale to actually encapsulate the universe it's trying to create. And you expect Borderlands. And you get both of those things. Everyone is firing on every piston that they're supposed to be doing, but that's a great thing.
I mean, unless you just really don't like Telltale style of game, I would probably say this is the most easily recommended, because even most people, when they have issues with Borderlands, have issues with the like super wink wink nudge nudge, like this is clearly just a reference joke disguised as a mission, like the fucking volleyball mission in Borderlands 2 or whatever. Like, some people don't like that, and this game had a couple like subtle references, but it was not about that. That was not a main part of the game like it is, you know?
It wasn't, but there were definitely some wink wink, a fair amount of wink
like
wink
you would
nudge,
put in
nudge.
any comedy, like a normal comedy, but like it doesn't beat you over the head with it like Borderlands does at times, which I don't mind because I think they do it well.
Yeah, well, the thing about when Borderlands does it mission-wise is if you just jump into Borderlands and play only the story missions, you're not going to experience any of the wink wink nudge nudge.
Right.
Those are all side missions, kind of like the way they handled this, where it's just like side references or character biographies or something. Again, it's kind of adapting the Borderlands, even the humor style, to working for a Telltale game.
I want more. I hope this does well. I would love another. I want them to start doing second seasons of some of these things. Like, I still want a fucking second. I know they're never going to do it now, but Monkey Island season.
I don't know. I kind of want to see like if they're like I kind of want to see. I feel like they're going to do another Game of Thrones, but I kind of feel like they should be self-contained and then wait for like a proper Borderlands 3 before they do another one of these. Because I want to see them do, like, I'd love to see, like, a Fallout Telltale.
Oh my god, that would be amazing!
Or, like,
Oh, shit, that would be great.
I just feel like...
I agree, but I feel really bad leaving this review with, like, this game was great, but you know what would be awesome? Fucking Telltale doing a Fallout game!
Well, no, that's kind of where this hits at the end, though, because Telltale has gone all around the map at this point. It's done drama, it's done horror, it's done comedy, it's done these big, impactful things, and it's done a range of licenses. It only makes you wonder that now this has come out and is clearly good, where else Telltale can go and what they'll dare touch at this point. Are they just going to do sequels because these are so successful, or what are their capabilities going to get them? And that's really what's starting to turn the gears in your head, no pun intended.
This is awesome. I'm happy.
Yeah,
I'm really happy.
Yeah, you can't take the genie... you can't put the genie back in the bottle, and now it just feels like every video game property with a narrative that, or like with an interesting premise that isn't really capitalized on. Now I'm just thinking about, like, just do an Assassin's Creed, but like, just like bite the bullet. And all of it's like from Abstergo.
I really like story-driven games, and this is just. It really proved that you can do a super solid, like, pure story in this universe, and that's awesome, because that, like, I love the story in both Borderlands games for what is there, but I mean, I'm there to play the game.
Yeah.
So, it's good to see that they can do both.
It also still felt like a game, whereas last night at the Game Awards when they showed off Until Dawn, and there's like two choices on the screen. It's like, press X to go under the bed, or press B to go through the window.
Yeah, it's just a fucking Quantic Dream, right? Is that David Cage's
not
studio?
by them, but it looks
like that, but I think that I'm okay with that. Like, basically just... I loved Asura's Wrath, which was basically almost entirely QuickTime Event the game. You just have to have something, like, not a terribly written story like David Cage does, so maybe that'll be cool, but that's neither here nor there. This is awesome.
This is great, and I can't wait for more, and I can't wait to do the proper review, because I want to see how my choices differ.
Yeah, you definitely will probably play differently than me, so...
Yeah,
all right.
Not a no-no.
Bye, everyone.
Bye!